And Iran's foreign ministry has condemned the US strikes and called on Gulf states to prevent their territory from being used for further attacks. In a statement, the ministry said these brutal attacks, which targeted Iran's coastal surveillance facilities, constitute a blatant violation of Article 2 of the Charter of the UN, as well as a clear breach of paragraph 1 of the Memorandum of Understanding. Now let's bring in Resul Serdar, who's live for us in Tehran. Some strong words there from the Iranians. What else are they saying?
Well, we have two important statements now from Iran regarding these recent American attacks. The first one is from the IRGC, Iran Revolutionary Guards, and the second one is from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So Revolutionary Guards' statement is rather like a warning. They are saying that the United States has breached its commitments and violated its obligation regarding to Memorandum of Understanding, and is saying that in response, so the Revolutionary Guards have targeted the deployment sites of the U.S. military in the region. So not site, but sites, so multiple areas, according to IRGC, that they have targeted. And also in the same statement, so they are referring to Article 5 of Memorandum of Understanding, and the statement saying, according to this article, any transit from the Strait of Hormuz has to be coordinated with Iranian authorities, whether that is through the Iranian territorial waters or the Omani territorial waters. They have to be in coordination with Iranian authorities. And so now they say, well, as the United States has received its response because of its aggression, and if such aggression be repeated, our response will be broader and harsher. Then, when you look at the foreign ministry, they are also condemning the U.S. attacks. However, their focus is mainly on Article 1, which is about the cessation of hostilities permanently and immediately on all fronts, at all fronts, including Lebanon. But there is another detail in the statement of the Foreign Affairs, simply saying that the regional countries should not allow the United States to use their territories against Iran. So clearly they believe that these recent attacks were conducted from the regional countries.
Now, Resul, the Americans have been insisting for months now that Iranian radar has been destroyed, Iranian Navy has been destroyed, the Iranian army has been destroyed. But this began after the US claimed there was an Iranian drone attack on a ship in the Strait of Hormuz. So the Strait of Hormuz is still a problem here. What's Iran's position on that right now?
Well, Iranians, when talk to the officials here, they say their military capacity is largely still in place, and the drone productions continue, the missiles production is continuing. So they say they're not having any shortage of these missiles or drones. But when it comes to Iran's position regarding the Strait of Hormuz, this is a strategic decision that was made by Tehran to extend or assert its sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz, because ultimately, when the war began, Iranians quickly realized that they have two deterrents. So one of them is missiles, and the second one is the Strait of Hormuz. By extending control over the Strait of Hormuz, so they are having the ultimate deterrence over their adversaries, putting a huge pressure on the regional countries, the global economy, and also forcing the United States for concessions at the negotiating table. Now, they believe if they give up on this strategic waterway, that will mean giving up on their biggest leverage. That's why they're insisting on it, and they're saying the strategic environment has changed. There is a new reality on the ground, and Iran is ready to fight to preserve this new reality.
That's Resul Serdar live for us there from Tehran. Thank you.